Monica, I'm not recording you. Alright, are we live? Yes, we are. Beautiful. Let's grab that link. Yep, there we are. Alright, sounds good, Cyrilkins. Good to see ya. Now's as good a time as any to grab a drink or a snack or do whatever it is you gotta do. Cause, yeah. Good lord, I did not realize how long it had been since I started this mod. So yeah, that's why we're starting over. Because yeah, if you check the playlist for this mod, I haven't played this mod in half of a year. I seriously dropped the ball with this one. So yeah, it's about time we get back around to it. Wish I could stay, but you gotta wake up for school. Gotta test in AP statistics. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it, my dude. And while I'm sending out links, I should mention that I'm looking for a few things that I can use to change my layout. Like, I want to change the background to basically a night version of the one that I have now. I tried searching for it earlier, and I couldn't find a GIF of a nighttime version of the one that I'm using for my background right now. So yeah, I'd love some help finding that. Either that or getting it set up. Because I want to change up the layout somewhat. I want to move the window a little further up and get rid of the text on the top so that I can stretch the screen a little more. And then just have the bottom corner just wholly dedicated to Monica down here. Because I have done that on my other layouts, but it's always just kind of been inserted on here because, well, I have my usual stuff in the corner here. Because that's what I did when I built the layout for the first time. So yeah. Since it has been a while, you can check the description for kind of a synopsis on this mod. Since, you know, it's been a while. Also, how's it going, Bradley? Good to see you. You've seen 3 routes for this mod. Well, according to the Reddit page, there's 11 routes for this mod, so you'll have to let me know if the one that I happen to end up on for this playthrough falls into any of the 3 that you've seen. Doing fine. You played one of the Shitsmith mods this morning? Oh, God. Oh, you just brought back some old memories. There are 5 date routes and 6 friend routes. Yeah, I read about that a little bit on the Reddit page, because it does mention that kind of like Moss here, there's a sort of appeal system where The more time you spend with one of them, the more you gain for them. Just common sense. And if you spend enough time on one route, you'll get to see unique scenes, which I think is pretty cool. Hey, Big Step, how's it going? Can say this, I was a pawn for the first Shitsmith mod that I've ever took the time to read. School's been crazy this past week. How so? So you're doing the mod that I've done repeatedly to get a route for. Well, like I've been saying, there's 11 of them in the game. And I told Bradley that he'll have to let me know if I land on one of the 3 that he's seen. Yeah, I've heard about that, Zach. I distinctly remember. I distinctly remember back when this mod came out, Ronald dedicated a stream to try and figure it out, and he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it. Nice pig stuff. That's funny. Also, if you're wondering why, she just chose that. She just chose to wear that tonight. I don't know why. Ask her. That's her choice. Auto outfit change. Also, can we just talk about how it has been half a year since I last touched this? That's why I decided to restart the playthrough. Bradley says, I've seen Yuri's, Sayori's, and Natsuki's date route. I didn't do Monica's, because I expected you to do Monica's no matter what. Well, this first playthrough is just going to be whatever I end up with. There we go. I was just making a quick post to my YouTube blog, because like I said earlier, I'm looking for a bit of help changing up my layout a little bit. I want to make it... I want to get a dark version of the background that I have, so it kind of fits my nighttime theme. I can still keep the daytime version. But, yeah, like the World of Dreams overlay? No, just like a dark version of the background that I have. Something like that one, yeah. I couldn't find a GIF version of that when I searched online before stream tonight. I was hoping maybe I could find it quick, but I couldn't find it, so yeah. I want to be able to stretch the game window a little bit more. I want to get rid of the text at the top, because it just seems kind of tacky after doing this for so long now. Well, yeah, and the one in the game files is just a PNG. It's not a GIF, so I can't really do much with that. I need like a GIF version of their dark backgrounds because that's primarily what I want. Because I like the one that I have. I just want a dark version of it so that I can kind of change the mood of the stream, if you know what I mean. And then I can get rid of Monica and Natsuki in the corner and just have that be the money cam, like I have on some of my other layouts, like the FNF layout. I just hope you're enjoying your break, dude. Yep, there we go. Copy that. School's tougher now that you're in your sophomore year when you're supposed to be in your junior year. Oof. I wish you the best of luck, mate. I'm so tired I spelt my year name wrong. I can relate, man. I can relate. We've all been there. Man, my Discord is kind of chugging right now. I don't know if it's just because I have a bunch of stuff open or what. But yeah, I might want to get my computer looked at sometime. You and Corey X Kenshin have something in common. You both take month-long hiatuses and act like nothing happened. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Also, why is desktop window manager taking up so much GPU? Jesus. Maybe I just need to get that replaced. But yeah, I'll check it in a second, Bradley. I didn't say you were wrong. But yeah. Oh, that's interesting. So I'm just reading up on that everlasting mod that I've been following, and determined God, how you doing? But yeah, apparently the team making Everlasting have paired with the various artists, so we'll see how that goes. That'll be interesting. Yeah, it's A mod I'm excited to play, but it's a mod that I kind of dropped the ball on back when it came out. Because I remember putting in the description, I checked before stream. Like, even the guy who was working on this, he popped into one of my sessions before, like, right as it was coming out. And he's like, yo, this, like, I just finished working on this. You want to take a look at it? And so I did. And then I completely dropped the ball on playing this for 6 months. And it's like, oh my god. I just got completely absorbed in, like, everything else. Who was talking about the H Factor water story? Because, yeah. It's a brand of water that I still can't quite wrap my head around the fact that it's even a thing. Alright, now I'll see what Bradley sent me. Hold on. Before we get started, I'm going to show you all this, because this is pretty funny. So check out what Bradley found on yeah, look what I found on Wallpaper Engine is what he said. That is pretty damn funny. Just the classic Windows 10 background, but Monica's staring through the window. I love that. I absolutely love that. That is so funny. That is so true. She's watching you. Okay, I'm gonna realign the Discord window so it's kind of off screen there. Oh, I'm sure there's quite a few on there. I might have to look at those sometime. Oh, wait. I should keep the SNAFU Reddit page on hand, just in case anybody wants to know the synopsis. Wallpaper Engine is only $4 and it was worth every cent. I'll definitely look into that sometime. Yeah. Goodness. Hopefully. I think I might know the problem. I have my computer set to silent, and I never really changed it back. You don't know what I mean? It's a Armory Crate thing with Asus computers. Turn it up to performance mode. That should hopefully help out a bit. Bedrock is pain. Yeah, tell me about it. You're gonna get Java on your PC soon? Java Minecraft? Nice. Alright. Just about ready to get started. Send Help says hi. How you doing, mate? Good to see ya. Alright. Let's get started. Standard stuff. Standard stuff. I'm sure you do. Unofficial work, unaffiliated. So yep, the usual stuff. I love that title screen bubble. Yep, we need to set text speed to fast. Think you can get Java for free with the bundle. Turn my headphone volume up a little bit. Volume okay for everybody? before we get started. I'm gonna check the help page. No little Easter eggs in the... No little Easter eggs in the help page. That sucks. Good. What was the mod about again? Well, that's why I have the Reddit page pulled up here, so... I also put it in the description, but I'll pull it up for you real quick before we get started. In case anyone else needs a refresher. SNAFU follows a re-envisioned MC as he joins the literature club and spends the semester learning more about its members while trying not to get caught up in their antics. Joy, sorrow, empathy, feel these and much more while playing through the routes of all your favorites. 11 total routes. There's appeal scenes. It's kind of what I was talking about in the description, how more time you spend, you can see these, whatever they are. Doesn't matter, a lot of their comedic scenes happen in all of them. I'm sure they do. And the big thing with this, there's a stat system, which really has me interested, because I'm very curious to see how it's going to work. And again, in case you didn't get it from the title, I'm kind of restarting my playthrough that I started a while back. Because the last time I played this was 6 months ago. So yeah, I don't remember anything about this mod story. And I deleted my first run and just deleted all my progress on this. So we're starting fresh today. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. My phone begins vibrating as soon as I step outside. Hey man, I'm gonna be running a little late today, so you can go on ahead. Try not to feel too lonely without me. I get the feeling I know who this is. This guy. I send a message simply reading K, in an attempt to spare myself from any more of his nonsense. I take back what I said. Well, him not being here means will at least make my morning a bit more peaceful. Hey! My attention is drawn to a girl waving her arms in my direction from the other side of the road. Unaware of what's going on, I immediately turn around to see if there's anyone standing behind me. Hey! She dashes across the street before stopping in front of me. Hello. Were you just gonna ignore me? Not exactly. I was just trying to see who you were waving at. Huh? It was you, of course. Sayori. Sarcasm. It's not really your thing, is it? Boop. Who else would it be? That's what I was trying to figure out. I love the humor already. Jeez, Ben. You can be so weird sometimes. The girl's starting her day off by insulting me as Sayori, someone I've known since elementary school. We used to walk to school together occasionally, but stopped around the beginning of last term. That sounds about right, Zach. This distancing wasn't the result of anything either of us had done, but instead caused by a third party forcing themselves into my life. And what might that be, my friend? Sayori and I still talk when we pass each other in school, but our relationship clearly isn't as strong as it used to be. The thought of us growing apart again causes a tugging sensation to run through my head. If by weird you mean unique and overflowing with personality, then I agree. That said, excuse me. What did you expect me to think? The two of us haven't walked to school together in quite a while. Oh, well, yeah. But it's not like I don't want to. You're always leaving early to go meet Kiba. Early? It's usually only 10 minutes left before the first bell rings when we show up. Just how late are you leaving exactly? That's not the problem right now. Honest. Questionable truancy aside, you could always just walk with us. Thanks, but I'd feel bad interrupting the two of you. Believe me, interruptions are more than welcome whenever Kiba's around. You'd actually be doing my sanity a favor. I'll keep that in mind then. With our brief reunion out of the way, we begin heading towards the school. Speaking of him, have you ever even talked to Kiba? I know the three of us have never been in the same place together before. We've said hello to each other in the hall, but that's about it. Yeah, that sounds about right for Sayori. He seems... nice? I get the feeling she just said something mean in a very polite way. Yep, sounds about right to me. I totally understand. Is there a reason the two of you weren't walking together again today, too? Yeah, he said something about running late and to go on without him. I see. She seems to fidget for a second before continuing. Oh, that's right. Ben, did you know today was the last day to join a culture club? Already? Man, 2 weeks go by quick. Yeah, you're telling me. That's understandable, Bradley. I hope you guys and your VC are having fun. Oh, did I pronounce his name wrong? If so, that's my bad. You say Kiba? That just made the most sense in my head, but if Kaiba is the correct pronunciation, I'll go with that. What a drag. Is something wrong? Not really. Kaiba's just been bugging me about joining the Anime Appreciation Club ever since he heard they were looking for members a few weeks ago. Which makes me think he'll be especially relentless today since it's his last chance. He knows I'm not super into anime, but still wants me to join because he's scared of not being able to make new friends. Also, am I hearing this right? An MC that's not into anime. Chat, who is this MC? I don't recognize him. The MC I know is a big fan of anime, so who is this man and what did he do with MC? Oh, so that's why. Then do you not plan on joining a club at all this year? The thought has crossed my mind. But it would be a shame to leave the Going Home Club after working so hard to become the president. Monica is not impressed. Oh my god. Oh, trust me, that's kind of the whole point of the mod, is that this is a reworked MC. And I like it. But I'm just trying to make a joke. I can say this with more pride. I say this with more pride than I probably should. You think? Yeah, you think. Jeez, Ben. This is why I'm worried you'll end up becoming a NEET. Neat sounds kind of negative. The term stay-at-home husband has a much better ring to it. But you're not married? Not yet. Not yet. Guys, I think Monica has doubts about MC's plan here. So something tells me she doesn't think it's gonna work. Also, how's it going, Michael? Good to see you. Well, yeah, a lot's happened in 6 months. That's why I wanted to restart this. Even if I've already seen this, dude, this is good. It's good stuff. Don't get so caught up in the little details, Sayori. Ooh. What about you? Didn't you end up joining a book club or something not too long ago? Did I join a book club? It's like you're not even trying. Alright then, what parts did I get wrong? She takes a second to gather herself before putting on a smug face. You're looking at a co-founder and the current vice president of our school's very first literature club. I will now allow you to praise me. No, I'm not asking that you forget. I'm telling you that it's been that long. I think Monica finds this adorable. Huh? Huh? Yeah, MC is confused. Sayori? This Sayori? The vice president of a literature club? The muscles in my face begin twitching as I try to process this information. Hey! You're thinking something mean, aren't you? Well... yeah, kinda. Her pout intensifies as she glares at me. But I think that's great, Sayori. Surprised or not, I'm still really proud of you. Guess that will be good enough for now. Even though she's still pouting, she does seem a bit happier. The two of us stop once again as we near the school's entrance. Hey, Ben, since this is our last year, and you've never been in a real one before, why don't you come be a part of the literature club with me? No thanks. You didn't even consider it! Sorry, but clubs aren't really my thing. Yep, that was me in high school. Though the barrier to entry is probably pretty low if she was able to become vice president. Damn, harsh. She glares at me as though she just read my mind. Sayori, stop that. You at least come check out the club room. Hey, what's up, my guy? Good to see ya. We're supposed to be having cupcakes today, so you could just stop in for one of those. Agreeing to check the place out would give me an excuse to keep Kaiba from bugging me more about the anime club. Not to mention how this is my last chance to be a part of one. Oh really, Zach? That's what you have to do in your 6th period class? Monica would be so proud of you. Still, the idea of being around strangers doesn't exactly tickle my fancy. But look at that face, man. Look at that face. She really wants you to come visit. Alright. I'll stop for a cupcake and check the place out. No promises on whether or not I'll actually join. Really? You will? Yay! I'm so happy! Don't worry, you'll definitely love it. I'll come pick you up after classes have ended. Right. I think the last time I wrote a poem was in either in my 8th grade literature class or one of my classes in high school. It's been a long time. Not really my thing. Having secured my agreement, she happily skips away into the building. Visiting a literature club doesn't exactly sound like a good time, but I guess we'll just have to see how things go. Spring semester! After grabbing some lunch from the cafeteria, I make my way to the courtyard before taking a seat in a spot that's hard to see. My goal is to hide away and think more about joining clubs, but this is shot down the instant I feel him approaching. Hiya! Oh god. My throat is gonna kill me. As though the universe knew I was trying to immerse myself in thought, Kaiba has arrived to thoroughly stop me. I'm glad I managed to catch up with you, Ben. But why were you tucked away in this corner all by yourself? No reason, really. Just figured I'd practice being more antisocial. Respect the sarcasm. Okay. Anyways, you know what today is, right? Let's see, today is... Let's be sarcastic. Let's go with the sarcasm. Give your friends peace and quiet day. That's a thing? Man, I bet the guy who came up with it had some pretty annoying friends, huh? I'm bothered by the fact that I can't tell if he's just acting like he didn't notice or genuinely missed the point. Of course he's just playing it off. He's not that dumb, mate. I give him that much credit. But no, today is actually the last day for people to join a cultural club. Really? How did my comment not faze him at all? Oh, so that's what you meant. Yeah, I've actually already talked to someone about it. Really? Who? Sayori mentioned it on our way to school earlier. We ran into each other, and we ended up walking together. Sayori, huh? Didn't she help start a literature club not too long ago? Yeah, and apparently made herself vice president in the process. For real? No offense, but she doesn't really seem like the bookish type. Because she's not. There's no telling what possessed her to go along with it. That one's on the to-do list. Probably after I do a route on this mod. But no promises. It's been on the to-do list for a while. Blackmail, maybe? No, come on, this is Sayori. Isn't that example way too extreme? You can never tell with how people act these days. Tell me about it, Zach, and I'll read it on the side here. Because, I want to know. Do you really believe there's someone out there who's willing to threaten a high school girl just to get a book club formed? If so, your personality is worse than I thought. Perhaps. Well, regardless of why, I'm honestly just surprised she hasn't asked you to join up with her yet. Funny you should say that. If you sent it to my Discord PMs, I'll look at it when we get to the club room. She actually did ask me to check the place out after school today. Though I can't exactly say I'm fond of the idea. What did you just say? The fuck? You okay, dude? You need sunscreen or something? Damn, bro. Cool off. Murderous intent seeps from Kaiba. Sorry, Kaiba. You're telling me your cute childhood friend personally invited you to join her club and you don't want to? Do you have any idea of the wars that have been caused by such privilege and arrogance? Calm down, you psycho. Told you 100 times, there's nothing like that going on between us. And you really expect me to believe something so ridiculous? Neighbors who became childhood friends spent their whole adolescence together and then applied to the same high school. I may miss a lot of things, Ben, but I can read between those lines plain as day. I'm telling you that you need a reality check. Oh, this Kaiba voice is killing me. Oh. Stories of childhood friends growing up and falling in love only exist in fictitious media. Very meta, mod. Very meta. Kaiba's stare grows stronger, as though he's trying to uncover some secret I don't even have. He is suspicious, mate. It's like how you have a sister, right? Would you ever date her? Wait, is that what you're into? Oh my god, that face! He's getting the completely wrong idea, dude. You're upset because Sayori isn't your sister? You sicken me, Ben. Die! No, you creep. That's not the point. There are anime and visual novels where guys date their sisters, right? Even though stuff like that doesn't actually happen in real life. My relationship with Sayori is the same way. As Kaiba thinks this over, I feel a slight pain and some throbbing in my head. Guess talking about these things still manages to strike a nerve, even if the conversation is as nonsensical as this. Of course I understand, Ben. There's no need to get so worked up. I was just messing with you. Judging from the way he flat out told me to die a few seconds ago, I can safely assume he was not messing with me. I'm still super jealous though. The things I'd give to have a cute childhood friend like her. Although that ship has probably sailed once you reach our age, huh? Also, welcome to the stream, DDLC Gamer Natsuki. How you doing tonight? You could always try getting a normal girlfriend like every other non-delusional person. No, the feelings just wouldn't be the same. I watch idly as Kaiba has some bizarre moment of reflection. Oh well, can't do anything about it now. But if you're serious about there being nothing going on between the two of you, does that mean you could properly introduce us? Absolutely not. Huh? You didn't even think about it! Well, let's go back to the sister argument. Seriously, dude, what's your obsession with my sister? She's only 15. Not your sister, you moron. Stop being a creep. Yeah. I started playing this in March, and then I kind of just forgot this existed somehow. I got busy with other things and just kind of forgot about this for a while. So yeah, I'm restarting my playthrough of it tonight. Shut up for a second. Think of it this way. How would you feel if someone tried dating your sister? That's easy. I would personally destroy any criminal who even tried laying a hand on her. I can't with this Kaiba voice. It's killing me. See, I'm like that with Sayori too. The idea of other people getting too close to her bothers me. The same reason you would want to defend your sister. You've got a point. But hey, you know me. It wouldn't be like introducing her to a stranger. Do a Mickey voice? No, that would be even worse. I cannot do high pitches that well. Oh, I know he's known as Chadsey. I've been around a while. Yeah, I know, Zach. I know. You're gonna sound like the Undertaker by the end of this. Kaiba, I don't want you dating her because I know you. Even though it feels like you've just said something really mean. I kinda understand where you're coming from. Good. Now you hurry up and sit down so we can eat. I can already feel how cold my food has got. Oh, yeah. Sorry about that. God, finally it's over. Oh, nice. You got the plushes. I am just waiting for December so I can get my Nanodoroid Monica. We talk and eat for a while before getting ready to return to our classes. But Kaiba stops me right as we're about to leave. Nanodoroid? Is that how you pronounce it? It's just such a weirdly spelled word. It's just such a weirdly spelled word. If you haven't noticed, I can't English very well right now. So let's get back to the mod, where I can screw up my English even more. You said you weren't sure about whether or not you would join Sayori's club, right? Yeah, I haven't fully decided yet. This might not be my place to say, but I think you should. Oh? And why is that? It's just... I don't know. She went out of her way to invite you, so I think seeing you actually join would mean a lot to her. Oh yeah, I would never do that. Or something like that. He's not wrong. It doesn't take a psychologist to figure out how happy she was when I agreed to stop by. Yes, Keenan, English is hard. My life must be really flipped upside down if I'm taking advice from you. But thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Yeah, whatever. See you later, Ben. And with that, we part ways. Check the description. I put the synopsis in the description. I just quoted it verbatim from the Reddit page. Alright. After school. Okay. And with that, Ben's vocal cords get a break. No, they never get a break during these streams. But yeah, now that we're at after school, I'm gonna check out my Discord here. We've got a couple images from Bradley here, so we'll share those. We've got Sayori sitting in the rain by a campfire playing an acoustic guitar. Not sure why, but it is what it is. And then we've got this. Here, I'll drag it on screen a little more. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Like, bro, what am I looking at right now? It's funny, but I don't know what it is. Chat, sing campfire song now. I'll start. Let's gather around the campfire and sing our campfire song. Alright, you take it from here. Does anybody know what this is? It's that old extraterrestrial meme made into a Fortnite dance. Given how things are today, I can't even say you're wrong, Zach. Speaking of, let's see what you sent me. This must be that mod you were telling me about. Yes, thank you. HCCH. I will have to check that out. I like your note about me because you can't say it's wrong. Alright. So I'm gonna pull up this mod that you sent me here. Interesting title. How to change the course of history? I don't know how much you looked into it, Zach, but I'm gonna pull it up on stream here. It's not really a new mod per se. It's actually a mod that came out way back in August of 2018, but it only came out in Russian. There were actually quite a few Russian mods that I remember seeing right before the site DDLC Mods got taken down. I was really hoping those got translated into English sometime so that I could play them. Cause this might surprise some of you, but I don't speak Russian. So yeah, that's actually really exciting. That's actually really exciting for me. I'm gonna bookmark this. It's like World of Dreams, but different. Well, it was uploaded last month, but again, it's a mod from 2018. I'm sorry, I don't speak Japanese. Yep, I read the latest update that they posted in the server, so I'm glad they're making progress on it. Oh no, I've got more messages to look at. Yo! Yo, what? You can speak some German, Irish, and Japanese, but no Russian. Remember. Is the line no Russian? I haven't played Modern Warfare 2 in a long time. No Russian. Yeah, this is the first time I'm seeing it. Coming soon, design not final. I like how the caption is just, she's trapped. That's kind of cute. Alright, Zach sent me something again. Somebody make that an emote in the server. That is amazing. I love that. Yep, I'm getting to them, mate. Am I looking at Mothra right now? You know, Cyrilkins, I'm glad it wasn't just me. Yeah, I was kind of getting that too with the eyes. Here. They're not quite buttons, but they give that kind of vibe. But yeah, like, am I looking at Mothra right now? That is huge. This is the kind of shit that makes people not like bugs. Anyway, that's enough Discord messages. Let's get to the after-school stuff now. Alright, I'll look at it after we're done with the club stuff. I stand waiting by my desk once the final bell has rung. It's 2 roaches. Oh, that's what's going on. So it's not at all what I thought it was. It's even worse. Perfect. I wonder if Sayori forgot to come pick me up. Yeah, I like that it's taking a different approach too. Because I like the ones that they already have, but I also like that they're mixing it up now since it's coming up on 5 years. Not that much longer. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks and DDLC turns 5. That's just insane to think about. We could have just met near the club had she told me which room it was in. Oh, you've got to go to bed for work? Alright, well thanks for stopping by, mate. Have a good night. Oh well, not like I agreed to join anyway. The sound of heavy breathing comes through the door. The hell? Introducing... I reach for the door with an equal amount of curiosity and confusion welling up inside me. But what's on the other side doesn't exactly warrant much surprise. Sayori stands in front of me, hunched over and gasping for air. Looks like somebody forgot, eh? Want me to call an ambulance? Also, yeah, I can attest that is very true. Ben? What are you doing here? This is my classroom, remember? You told me to wait here until classes are over. Oh yeah. I thought she was gonna say that this is the club room. I was just making sure you hadn't forgot. I have not said yet whose route I'm doing. For a blind playthrough, I'm kind of just gonna play it and see who I end up with. I don't have anybody in particular I'm going for. Of course, I think you all can guess who I would like to end up with, but from what I have been told from people who have played it, it's incredibly difficult to do, so I don't expect to get it first try, especially just going in blind, not looking anything up. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Just like Master Chief, huh? I don't know what's going on in that Halo series, but yeah, I don't know. Right? So, is everything okay? You were standing at a 90-degree angle when I opened the door. My last class is in the East Wing, and I didn't want to leave you waiting for too long. So I sort of ran the whole way over here. Guess that makes sense, since the east wing's on the opposite side of the building. Actually, would running here really have taken her this long? I don't know, how big is the building, mate? I mean, is it like... Is the building all, like, one... Is it like one building, or is it like two buildings connected by a bridge, like one of the colleges that I live pretty close to? Because they've got like an east wing and a west wing or something connected by a big bridge, you know, going across. Something like that. Sure, she may not be the most athletic-looking girl, but just how slow is she? Hey! You're thinking something mean again, aren't you? Stop reading my mind, Sayori. This is actually getting scary. What? Why do you keep doing this? Wow, did you become a psychic recently? Michael says he got Keenan, Michael's... Okay, let me try that again. Michael says he didn't go for anyone specific and got Yuri on his first playthrough. So we'll see who I get on mine over the next week or two here. Because, yeah, this is what I want to focus on for streams right now. Also, hello, Monica Dev. Good to see ya. You weren't supposed to agree to that, you big meanie. What wasn't I supposed to agree to? Oh, that. Sorry, just trying to get in a few hits while I still can. I imagine we'll be in your territory once we reach the club room. The club! That's right! Come on, everyone's probably waiting. Not giving me time to respond, she grabs me by the arm and begins pulling me through the hall. My borderline kidnapping ends when we arrive in front of a third-year classroom. Sayori doesn't even give me a moment to collect myself before swinging open the door and throwing me inside. Jesus, can you be a little gentle, Sayori? Jesus Christ. Needless to say, I was not prepared for what I had gotten tossed into. Like, I imagine Sayori just outright shoved him into the room, and he just stumbled in. His first few steps, like, oh, Jesus, Sayori. What the hell? What's going on in here? Damn, that girl's gonna kill me one of these Having recovered from my shove, I look ahead to find 3 girls watching me with pure bewilderment on their faces. I think you have some explaining to do, Sayori. What am I looking at? Oh, trust me. I don't expect to change that anytime soon. The anime in particular has never been too great of an interest of mine. Alright, have a good night, Zach. I'm back. Sorry for taking so long, everybody. The perplexed trio all but ignores Sayori as they continue to trying to decipher what kind of creature I am. Oh my god. Hello? My name is Ben. It's nice to meet you all. They all take a second to process the situation before anyone speaks up. Place your bets now. Who's gonna speak first? Is it Natsuki, Monica, or Yuri? My bet's on Natsuki. Moment of truth. I was wrong. Oh, so you're who she was talking about? Sorry, Ben. Sayori told us she was bringing someone by, so it's not like we weren't expecting you. Your entrance was just a bit surprising. Yeah, you can thank Sayori for that over here. You can thank Little Miss Cinnamon Bun. I shoot Sayori a quick grimace before responding. No worries. I'm sure you're happy to have a vice president who carries out her duties so energetically. Of course. Though I didn't expect her to take the role of recruiter quite so seriously. An awkward laugh stems from Sayori's direction. But now that you're here, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Monica from Class 3A and the current president of the Literature Club. It's nice to meet you. Guess even class stars have to do proper introductions from time to time. It's cute. But wasn't the Monica on a debate team or something? How'd she end up as president of a literature club? You two should introduce yourselves as well. Oh, right. My name is Yuri. I'm in Class 3C. It's very nice to meet you. She does a polite bow before stepping out of the way. Allow me to introduce. With all her formality, this girl seems more suited to the student council than a literature club. Natsuki, also from Class 3C. There seems to be an unusually large amount of hostility coming from the pink-haired one. Wait, Class 3C? This girl's a third year? Hey, mate, I know some pretty short people. I don't judge. Talk about shocking. I had no idea anyone in our grade was so petite. You got a problem? Not exactly. Was just surprised we're all seniors and haven't met prior to now. Her glare tells me she's not fully convinced of my excuse. Not meeting all your peers is actually pretty common given the size of our student body, but it's not as though we're total strangers. I would need to see some statistics. Natsuki and Yuri are in the same class, and you and Sayori seem to have known each other for quite some time. Plus, I believe the two of you were also in the same homeroom last year. What kind of memory do you have? So she remembers me, huh? I'd almost feel honored if not for how she... Alright then, god damn it, stop cutting me off mid-thought. With introductions out of the way, we actually had some cupcakes prepared today at the request of our vice president. Monica? Now I understand. Yes, it all makes sense now. Sayori had them bring cupcakes to bait me into coming. Yes, she's quite devious like that, isn't she? Is everything okay? Your face has become awfully red all of a sudden. No problems here. Monica has 5 million terabytes of memory. Dude, just imagine what she could do with access to that amount of memory. That's a terrifying thought. With her grand scheme exposed, she ducks away while fidgeting with her fingers. Not one to let effort go unrewarded, I find myself ruffling her hair. You might want to let others in on your plot next time. Don't know what you're talking about. Ugh. Can you hurry up and eat already before these two make me lose my appetite? Huh? Oh! Here, I'll help you get the cupcakes. Then allow me to prepare some tea for everybody. Even with the cheery vibe, there's still that tinge of awkwardness in the air. Shouldn't be surprised, considering they're dealing with a total outsider at the moment. These thoughts swirl around my head as I follow Monica to collection of desks and chairs. Sorry. Yep, I expected this. Dev promised there might be a few mistakes in this, like, 50,000 word mod, so I'm not exactly surprised. That's one. Yeah, 50,000 lines of script. So not words, but like 50,000 lines of code. These are so cute! Sayori's getting excited about something on the other end of the room as we sit down at the makeshift table. The object of her affection doesn't stay a secret for long, though, as a tray of cupcakes is soon laid in front of me. Each one was designed to look like a little cat, with eyes and ears being decorated out of icing. What do you think, Ben? Aren't they super adorable? Adorable may be right, but where do you even buy cupcakes like these? Was having a potential member come visit really worth buying custom-made cupcakes? While I'm lost in thought, wondering about the advancement of cupcake technology, a tea set and several cups are also placed on the table. Would you care for some tea as well, Ben? Oh, yes please. After I thank Yuri, I can't help but stare at the above-average tea set that just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah. It's a lot of space, man. Just imagine what anybody could do with that amount of space. The teacher has allowed us to keep this stored in the closet ever since the club was formed, in case you're curious. She promptly answers the question on my mind without me even having to ask. I see. Do you always drink tea during meetings? Not always, but I would say more often than not. Well, drinking tea while reading in a quaint room like this does sound rather relaxing. Indeed, I'm actually rather fond of that feeling. Yeah, I've read the Reddit page, mate. Promises 15 plus hours of content. And that's if you're playing normally. And if you know me, which, since I don't recognize your name, you're probably new here. In which case, welcome, by the way. Nice to have you. You should know that I like to take my time with these on stream. Indeed, I'm actually rather fond of that feeling. So fond, she begins zoning out at the thought. That's a bit of an exaggeration, Pig Step, but it gets the idea across. I like to take my time with these mods on stream. What about you, Ben? Do you enjoy reading in your free time? Question is innocent enough, but there's still some discomfort in my chest as she asks. There's another one. Theirs is what you should have written there. Yeah, something along those lines. Chat, does this count as reading outside of class? I don't know if it does. Books used to be my main source of entertainment, but that changed around my first year in high school. Oh? Yeah, trust me, mate. If I was just playing this on my own to just, like, read through it in my head, then yeah. I'd get through this a lot faster. Because I can actually read at a pretty decently fast pace. It's just that it's more fun to do it this way. Her blatant curiosity causes the discomfort to grow slightly stronger. 10 minutes in and I already get to lie? Wonderful. My mom has been a pretty prominent bookworm for as long as I can remember. Must have picked up the habit from her at some point. And the reason you stopped reading so much? Is she messing with me? How can you be so nosy with someone you just met? I don't think she's trying to do it, mate. Life got busier once I entered high school. Less free time led to less reading, which eventually ended with the hobby falling to the wayside. Yeah, I think you mean wayside here, but I do appreciate taking the extra effort to get the right lead in this sentence, because so many people these days just type that lead no matter the context, and it bothers the crap out of me. As I'm sharing my story, I notice Sarah's expression becoming increasingly downcast. Uh-oh. I see. Then perhaps joining this club will allow you to once again have time to read like you used to. Yeah, maybe. Conscious not to let the topic linger on me, I turn my attention to the cupcakes. Eating sweets usually isn't on my mind, but seeing as how this is the quickest route to avoid more talk... My temporary expectations are blown away. It's a sweet, almost homemade taste fills my mouth. Where did you get these cupcakes from? Where? Oh, I see. Nobody appears to have told you. These cupcakes were actually made by our very own resident baker, Natsuki. Hey, I don't remember becoming the club's resident baker. She was giving you a compliment, Natsuki. Calm down. What bio? What bio are you talking about? You mean the description? Wait a minute. Did I mess up something in the description? Yeah, I mean... I am just summarizing the Reddit description. It says promising. It says promising, not promoting. Dude. You had me worried for a second. Too late 15-hour stream? Dude, I have work in 12 hours, you know that, right? Well, not 12 hours, but 14. You seriously made these? Well... yeah. What about it? I'm just impressed, is all. They taste and look so good, I assumed they were custom made at some high-class bakery or something. Thanks, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I made them for you or anything. As she says this, I can't help but recall the seminar Kaiba once presented to me on the modern workings of a tsundere. Nice meta commentary, mod. Surely that was a coincidence, and my mentality has just been tainted by his wisdom. Trying to ignore Natsuki's occasional red-faced glances, continue working through my cupcake and tea. Dude, I would totally buy a tray of Natsuki's cupcakes. Like, fuck me, if they're as good as everyone says they are. I totally would. The four girls fall into what seems like routine conversation after a few minutes of eating. Natsuki's face once again takes on a crimson tone as Sarah gives her cupcakes a raving review. And we all thank Yuri for the tea as she begins collecting our cups and her tea set. My focus happens to land on Monica in the middle of all this. The fact she remembered me is oddly unsettling for some reason. Why? Care to elaborate? Class star or not, my ability to become invisible in a crowd is one of the few things I take pride in. Maybe if she had been the class rep, this would be more understandable, but I clearly recall her turning down the position to focus on her clubs. Some tension floats through my temples as the memories slowly come back. Having her in the same homeroom seemed like a blessing at first, given how she was bound to draw any and all attention. But that was a little more than wishful thinking when she became the ideal we were all measured against. I honestly had a grudge against her for most of the year because of it, stupid as that may sound. Nah, I get it, mate. If you're trying to just lay low and get through, then yeah. Somebody like her, who's like the metric to be compared against, kinda sucks. Because it means you don't get to be as invisible as you want to be. I totally get it. What can I do? The constant comparisons will always remind me of... Ben? People need to stop At this point, I want to make a drinking game out of getting cut off mid-thought by a character. Yep, chat and YouTube audience in the future, if y'all are watching this and you want to play a drinking game while you watch this, go back to the start and take a shot every time a character interrupts our thoughts. Because seriously, it has happened like 6 times at this point. I haven't been keeping track, but that's what it feels like. Did you need something, Monica? Well, you've been staring at me for a while now. Oh shit, she caught us. So I was wondering if everything was okay. Sorry about that. Was just a little lost in thought, that's all. Didn't mean to gawk or make you uncomfortable. I see. I'm glad to hear you weren't thinking about anything ill-fitting of a literature club candidate. Ill-fitting? That's a polite way of saying derogatory. Wait, did she just call me a... You didn't tell us your friend was a pervert, Sayori. Huh? Pervert? That's not... Ben isn't. He wouldn't. Would you mind saying that with a bit more... Oh god. Oh, my head is spinning. My head is spinning from that. Oh my god, that line is beautiful. Scroll back isn't enabled. Oh, I want a screenshot of that so bad. That is beautiful. Would you mind saying that with a bit more confidence? Oh, that is beautiful. I love it. She receives a quick and justifiable karate chop to the head. Ow! Don't worry, Natsuki. I believe it's still too early to declare whether Ben is a deviant or not. You're not exactly helping my case, you know. Well, guess this is kind of bullying as par for the course when you're the only guy in a group of girls. Yup. I've managed to learn a bit more about each of the other members during the several minutes of lighthearted banter leading up to now. For instance, Yuri enjoys reading serious psychological novels, while Natsuki prefers less complex, cutesy stuff. Along with their tastes in literature, the two girls also appear to have polar opposite personalities. Yuri would practically begin shrinking whenever Natsuki's voice hit a certain decibel. Interesting as they both seem, however, these two weren't the only ones who grabbed my attention. It's of course Monica, who didn't appear to be any different from how she was back when we were in homeroom together. She's the kind of person who could pass as your best friend after only knowing you for a day. No surprises there. Last but not least, Sayori, who, as you'd expect, was Sayori. Nothing more, nothing less. I love that description. I love that description, mate. Sayori, who, as you'd expect, was Sayori. Yes! This floor is indeed made of floor! My goal of listening quietly while trying to learn more about everyone is interrupted when the elephant in the room suddenly gets brought up. Interesting. That makes me wonder, now that you bring that up, is it dependent on your country? When you type cross flags, does that happen with anyone? Now I'm kind of curious. Oh. Yeah, I guess it does. They should make it so that it changes based on what country you're in, because that would be pretty cool. I have no idea how you would do that, but yeah, that sounds pretty neat. Anyways, now that you have a general idea of the club's atmosphere, what do you think? Are you interested in joining? There's something I'd like to know before making my decision, if that's okay. Of course. Ask whatever's on your mind. Does this club have any designated activities? Like extracurricular stuff it does on a regular basis? Designated activities? Didn't we mention this earlier? We were going to, but kinda kept getting sidetracked. Oops. I see. Sorry about that. But the answer would be no. We don't have anything quite so formal. Our time is mostly spent reading or writing, or having discussions about whatever we've recently read or wrote. Of course, this isn't to say we haven't done anything that may fall into the category of extracurricular. The club hasn't been around for very long, but we have held some spur-of-the-moment activities at the recommendation of our members. We also fully intend to participate in both the summer and fall festivals. I see. Part of me thought they've just been putting on airs to make me think the club was super relaxed or something. It really does seem to be easygoing with little in the way of required effort. Not to mention the small number of members. In that case, yeah, I'd be happy to join the literature club. Really? You're seriously gonna join? Sure, don't have any reason not to. Yay! I'm so happy! She immediately wraps her arms around me and begins jumping up and down. Hey! Others turn their attention towards me as I try to pry off the vice president. I'm glad to hear you've decided to join the club after all. Consider yourself lucky. I'd have been super pissed if you came just for the cupcakes. Then it's official. Welcome to the literature club. Yeah, thanks for having me. Oh, and one more thing that might be good to know.
club meets every day of the week, but attendance isn't necessarily required since we don't have any set activities. We'd still like you to come as often as you can, but don't worry too much if you end up not being able to make it. In those instances, just try to let me know ahead of time. I'll also inform everyone beforehand if we ever have to cancel a meeting.
Game over!
You won't have to worry about him missing, Monica. Ben never has anything important to do this time of day anyways.
Oh, is that right?
Ow! She cowers down as I begin roughly rustling her hair.
Make me sound like a slacker, will ya?
Sorry!
My attention returns to Monica once the cheeky vice president has been dealt with. You said to let you know ahead of time if I'm going to miss, right? Is telling Siri good enough, or is there another way for me to contact you?
We actually have a messaging group for the club where you can inform us of things such as absences. It's also how you'll receive news about cancelled meetings. I'll have our vice president add your email now that you're a member. Right, Sayori? Yes, ma'am.
She mumbles while rubbing her head.
Okay, everyone. With that settled, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note.
And so, my first day in the literature club has officially come to an end. Sayori stands pouting in front of the doorway. May I help you? Guys, I don't know about you, but I think she's trying to tell us something. I think she's trying to give us a hint. I see you took it one step further. MC is just like waving his hand. And... This staring contest doesn't last long before ending exactly how you'd expect. Aren't you gonna say anything? Huh. Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, Sayori. Wonderful weather we're having today. I love this guy. Everyone. She lets out a shrill shriek, which probably left every dog in the neighborhood running for cover.
Jeez, that's not what I meant.
Oh? Then would you mind giving me a hint? I know I can be thick sometimes. But this has to be a joke, right? This has to be a joke. She immediately points at the top of her head. You want me to check for lice?
No, you big meanie! Look how badly you messed up my hair!
Really? Here I thought I was doing you a favor by fixing it. Can't fault a guy for an honest mistake. Her face slowly takes the form of a predator ready to strike down its prey. No apostrophe needed, mate. Yes, now would be a good time to lay off. Causing a commotion on my first day would likely come back to bite me in the ass. Sorry, Sayori.
might have gone a little overboard. But don't worry about your hair. The messiness is part of what makes you look cute. Cute? Yes, he is, and I love it. I love that. It's amazing. Because sarcasm is one of my favorite types of humor. Looks like she's still weak to blatant lip service even after all these years. Well, I guess it was kind of messy to begin with. This is kind of like me and how I can't take compliments. I silently slip past her as she continues trying to bury her blush. You coming? Huh? Since we're both here, I figured we could walk home together. See? He's not that thick, Sayori. Unless you've got somewhere else to be. No, we totally can. Let me just grab my stuff real quick. Alright, now that we're out of the club room, I have a bunch of new Discord messages, so let's see what y'all have sent me. Oh shit! I'm guessing that DDLC gamer Natsuki sent me a message. Yo! I know it's a bit late, but I'm gonna wave to them. Alright. Now let's see what Bradley sent me here. Found a wallpaper and it's just an edit of DDLC. Looks cool though and it loops infinitely. Damn, let's mute that. Yeah, it looks like a lot of different edits that I've seen. Pretty neat. I like it. They're family. They're family, guys. Alright, now somebody pinged me in the server. Which one of you rascals did it? Who pinged me in the main chat? The Dancika emote is available for Nitro members. Yo, let's go. Let's go, dude. Yeah. All right. Good stuff. Alright, now let's get back to the mod. While the club meeting went smoothly enough, I'm soon presented with another difficult situation. This time involving Sayori. Between me joining her club and the bonus of us walking together, you'd think she'd be on Cloud 9 right about now. But that high she was riding came crashing down about halfway through our commute. Given how her expressions usually land within the range of happy and manic, most people would think something truly awful had happened if they saw her like this. Of course, I've been friends with her long enough to know she isn't always brimming with joy. But I'm also aware of how hard she tries to hide whenever she's feeling down. Judging by how she looks now, she's probably so lost in thought that she isn't aware of her appearance. My ability to handle her more serious side has never been particularly good, but seeing her this way still never fails to make my chest hurt. Guess I'll need to break the ice. Hey, Sayori? Mind if I ask you something? Huh? No need to look so somber. It's just a small detail I've been thinking about for a while now. Sure. I don't mind, but hearing you ask for permission first is a little scary. The Sayori plush has her blazer all buttoned up? Well, then you better be able to undo it, because that's unnatural. Sayori would never do that. Never. Sorry, this is important, so I wanted to give you some time to brace yourself. Brace myself? It's just, well, I've been wondering. Bootleg 0 out of 10. It's just, well, I've been wondering. Have you gained weight? Guys? I think we fucked up. I think we fucked up, man. There's no music. That's never a good sign in this game. Yeah. You don't say, man. What? What do you mean gained weight? Looks like that worked well enough. I sure hope you know what you're doing, man. Getting her to talk would have been nearly impossible had she kept brooding. Do you really think there was big lunch and... She becomes less and less coherent until I finally decide her brain is in need of a good reboot. Boop. Ow! Hopefully a quick forehead flick will be enough to realign her nervous system. What was that for? I was scared you'd start speaking in tongues and didn't want to end up getting cursed. It would have been your fault for saying something so mean. Don't you know you're supposed to be considerate when talking to girls? Yes, but I also don't want to do anything that would reinforce gender stereotypes. Okay? Jeez, how can you say stuff like that? Because he doesn't give a shit. Do you really think I've gained weight? Nope, not in the slightest. Plus, I likely wouldn't notice even if you did. Huh? Then why did you say that? Because you've been sulking for a while and I wanted to find out why. Well, that's one way to do it. Sulking? Yeah, you started acting really down not long after we left the club. I was hoping I'd be able to help if you told me what was going on. Sorry, Ben. So you're keeping it to yourself after all? No, I'm sorry for asking you to join the club. This comes so far out of left field, I stand dumbstruck for a moment before realizing nobody's speaking. Yeah, this is the type of out of left field where you swear the ball was going right, but then a big gust of wind took it and swung it so far left that it clonks you on the forehead before you see it. This is that kind of out of left field. Hold on. Why are you apologizing? Well, it's just... You looked really upset when Yuri asked if you liked reading, and then when you started talking about your mom. I did notice Sayori's mood drop during that conversation, but I didn't expect it to keep nagging at her. Huh. I can definitely understand why, though, because now Sayori feels like she's made a mistake if he's having to make up stories like that. So I definitely understand where Sayori's coming from, because she would know when he's making shit up. They've known each other long enough, so... yeah. Should have known better. This situation is my fault. You don't say. I've been friends with Sayori long enough to know that she'll carry stuff like this with her forever if you don't step in. It's something I've been acutely aware of and have tried dodging for the majority of our time together. I try wearing a convincing smile while resting my hand on her head. The world would be a better place if your attention to detail translated to other things, you know. She doesn't respond, leaving me to speak in a more serious manner. Listen, I'll admit to being a little uneasy at the time, but only because of how long it's been since I last thought about that stuff. Joining the club was my decision, one I wouldn't have made if it had seemed like too much to handle. So don't worry so much, okay? It's all in the past now. These words feel especially shallow being told to Sayori. My man, you would have gotten her respect back if you were just upfront with her about it. Yeah, like, I made it up, I'm sorry. She knows more than anyone about my situation and how poorly I've handled it for the last few years. Are you sure? I don't want you to be uncomfortable because of me. I'm positive. The connection between the two hadn't even occurred to me until Yuri's question. Come on, your beauty will go to waste if you keep frowning. Huh. You really don't play fair, you know that? I had a vague understanding. With this, we continue on towards our houses. Sayori does seem to be in a somewhat better mood, but now I feel like the one who's brooding. No shit, mate! She always gets downcast whenever anything related to my family situation comes up. Even after all these years, I've noticed how she deliberately takes steps to avoid topics that even slightly coincide with my past. She was probably so excited about asking me to join her club that she legitimately didn't make a connection between the two. Yeah, I can see that. Sarah seems like the type that just kind of lives in the moment. Kind of like I do. And don't really think about everything necessarily in the long term. It's not to say that she doesn't, but just not always in the heat of the moment like this. Especially in a situation like this. Jeez, this girl is really too nice for her own good. Well, I usually spend my time after school studying, making dinner, and then going for the occasional jog. Attending the club today totally drained me. Socializing has never been my strong suit, but hopefully I'll grow more accustomed to being around others. Thinking this, I scarfed down a plate of leftovers before retiring to my bedroom. Thursday, spring semester. Hey! That's my birthday! Now I'm actually curious. No. Wait a minute, what am I doing? Just look at the Moss calendar, you idiot. My birthday is on a Friday this year, or next year, so not a perfect landing. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on going since I haven't gotten any new Discord messages from y'all. From what I know, each route shows more of MC's past. That is something I want to learn more about, because I'm interested what exactly they mean when he says MC's family situation. I'm curious what's going on with that. Something dawns on me as I begin leaving my house. I wonder if Sarah would want to start walking to school together again, now that we're clubmates? Not that we really need an excuse, but using the club as a reason would probably help me avoid any Kaiba-induced headaches. Okay, everyone, time to start socializing. Throughout your days in the literature club, you'll often be given a choice of who to spend your time with. Doing this will help you grow closer with whoever you choose. Use the Appeal tab in the menu to keep track of all the progress you make. Who should I walk to school with? Gee, decisions, chat. So this is where it really begins. I think from tab 7 on, I'm gonna keep a tab of like potential important saves for stuff like this. Right? As if this is even a choice. I'm with you, mate. Zeri, I think be an OG. Definitely. And that's who I was leaning towards too, because seriously, he did not really convince me that I want to spend time with him. Not my kind of guy. Onyx? My man. You just gave me flashbacks of a very similar mod that I played at one point. My man. And if you're wondering which mod, it's Doki Doki Haika Bonsai. A comically absurd joke mod about the Dokis going to war for Japan or some shit. That is what I'm being reminded of as I look at this. But yeah, I guess we're gonna go with Sayori. You slammed your head on your desk whenever you went with Kaiba. I think we'll go with Sayori today. She probably has a lot to talk about now that we're in the same club together. Guess I'll let Kaiba know what's going on. This consideration soon proves regrettable, as he quickly responds to my text with, "Go get her, champ. I'm rooting for ya." Kaiba, you're not helping. Oh god. Onyx, why? Why does this exist? Who made this?
Who made this? Why? That is so fucked. And then Saul Goodman says, "This is me if you pick Kaiba." Yeah, sounds about right. Can't imagine walking to school with more. Can't imagine walking to school with her more often will do much to clear up his misunderstanding. Slightly exasperated, I lean against my gate while scrolling aimlessly through my phone. Like me scrolling through YouTube in the morning for something to watch. 10 minutes pass, and still no sign of Sayori. Maybe this was a mistake, guys. That... Underskins, that is way too casual. Sayori is holding that way too casually. Now I'm actually concerned looking at this. That is... Now I'm actually concerned. Are you okay, Sayori? Jesus. That is way too casual. But yeah, maybe we made a mistake, guys. Jesus. She's never been an early bird, but still. I'll end up being late if she doesn't leave soon. Fuck with the bun, you get the gun. What a fucking quote, Michael. I'm putting that in my stream notes. That is fucking amazing. I'm putting that in my comments folder. What a quote. Another 2 minutes pass. Waiting here much longer will cause me to miss first bell, regardless of whether she shows up or not. Oh well. Guess we could always just try walking together to I knew it. My monologuing is interrupted by the sound of a door being slammed on the opposite side of the street. Looking over reveals the culprit of a dopey-looking girl who's currently fumbling around in her bag while also wrestling an intense case of bedhead. Guess this isn't a bad sight to start the day with. As far as sights go, I suppose this one isn't too bad. Seemingly picking up on the presence of ridicule, Sayori's gaze shoots over in my direction. I'm still convinced she has psychic powers. She's upon me within seconds. Ben! Why are you still here? You're gonna be late! I reach up and begin pulling on her cheeks. That's rich coming from the person who's gonna make me late to begin with. Ow! Ow! Sorry! Honestly. Come on, we'll postpone your scolding for when we're not short on time. She stands in a confused stupor for a moment before catching up to me. Wait up! What do you mean by the person who is gonna make you late? It's exactly how it sounds. I've been waiting in front of my house this whole time thinking you would want to walk together again. Really? No, that was a joke. I was actually practicing being late to my future son's baseball game. This guy's a natural. Oh my god. This guy's a natural. I love it.
Ben! Jeez, do you always have to say something like that right after being nice?
Yes, it is part of sarcasm law, Sayori. For you see, we must become sarcastic immediately after saying something nice to counterbalance the good act that we just did. It is part of sarcasm law. That's just how it works. Are you asking if I'm contractually obligated?
Hey! Obviously not!
Oh? Then we'll go with the tried and true answer of my personality sucks.
That's probably not something you should sound proud about.
Just making the most of what I've got.
Honestly. Ben?
She jumps in surprise as I stop step step closer to her. Sorry, that English was really bad.
What are you doing all of a sudden?
Sorry, Sayori. I just needed a better look.
Better look?
Her face grows bright red as she begins restlessly fidgeting with her fingers.
Hey, can I ask you something? Did you eat toast this morning? Toast? She always has eggs and toast.
Yeah, you know, sliced bread browned on both sides to defy exposure to radiant heat.
I wasn't really asking for the definition, but yeah. Why'd you ask?
Aside from the myriad of crumbs currently decorating your face? No reason, really.
Ben!
Sorry. It's really not that bad. Here, stand still for a moment. I place my hand on Sayori's shoulder to calm her down, and use my free hand to wipe away the few crumbs littering the sides of her mouth. There, that should be good enough. Though you still might want to run some water over your mouth at school to be sure. Guys? I think Sayori's broken. I don't think Sayori was ready for this. Something wrong, Sayori?
No, not really. You just acted nice, so I was sort of waiting to hear something mean or sarcastic.
Yes, he betrayed sarcasm law. Oh? I had no idea you were such a masochist.
Because I'm not!
I see you in the corner there, Monica. Monica presses X to doubt. That a fact? I don't know, man.
Jeez. Do you have any idea of how scared I was when you suddenly got all close?
Scared?
Yeah. I had no idea what you were gonna do after leaning in like that.
Seriously? Were you expecting me to start making out with you on the spot or something?
Well... no?
That certainly didn't instill much confidence. Oh, okay, there's more on the way. Lovely. More flashbacks of Hike Up Bonsai. Beautiful.
Natsuki told me about how all men are beasts the other day. So I sort of had that going through my head.
What kind of mental image does this girl have of me exactly? One that we're gonna have to fix later, because that is so fucked.
first, she doesn't rebuke the idea of me being a pervert, and now she thinks I'm just gonna casually assault her during my morning commute? Ah! We need to hurry! The first bell's gonna ring soon! Oh, right. Yeah, that's a thing, remember? Let's go. We ran the rest of the way to school, just barely making it in time for homeroom. Alright. Since we're at lunchtime here, Onyx has sent me more war pics. So let's see what we're looking at here. I think I've seen this one before. Protect Private Sayori. Now that's a movie I would watch. Now we've got this one. Landing on what looks like the beaches of Normandy or something. I don't know. I have flat feet, so I literally can't. I'm concerned what all those Yuris are doing to Natsuki. That doesn't seem right. Then we've got Natsuki here. I can't really see what she's saying. I'm gonna try opening that one in my browser and zooming in on it. See if I can blow it up. No, it's too pixelated for me to tell what's going on. So... Yuri getting war flashbacks. This is me right now. That actually looks like it could be legit art from a mod that I haven't played, which concerns me. Oh, I don't want to think about that. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I like that one. And then we got Yuri with a rifle here in front of a burning building or something. I don't know. Out of that group, I'd say this one's my favorite here. I like that. Alright. Saul's got one too. More pictures of the family. Then Bradley has something too. Oh no. More Haikabonsai flashbacks. Where do you guys find this shit? I swear. Where do you guys find this shit as well? My god. The Natsuki one says, "Welcome to the rice fields, motherfucker." Why am I not surprised? What if you were a wild Natsuki? What would happen? I don't know. I'm not a Pokemon trainer. I see Bradley's spamming the new emote. Nice. You love to see it. Oh, I see what you did there, mate. Do you see what he did there, chat? Do you see what he did there? Amazing. Alright. We'll go until the next major transition for more Discord shenanigans. After grabbing some food from the cafeteria, I find myself wandering into the courtyard once again. I normally don't spend my lunch period outside, but after my failed attempt at concealing myself yesterday, I kind of enjoyed eating out here. Weather's nice and cool, the building blocks the wind, and sitting in the sunlight helps me wake up. Also, like yesterday, there's a person coming along to wreck the perfectly peaceful atmosphere I'm trying to be absorbed in. Well, well, isn't this a surprise? As usual, Kaiba seems totally focused on making me as annoyed as possible. Before you start your little song and dance routine, can you at least do me a favor and sit down first? Surely someone of your caliber is capable of eating and mentally exhausting me at the same time. I just don't want my food's heat to be a casualty of maniacal ramblings again. Alright, I'll do as you ask. But geez, someone of my caliber? I'm a little embarrassed. Don't try that shit on me. Don't be, it wasn't a compliment. He seems to ignore me as he continues to nervously rub his neck like some girl who just got asked on a date. Oh, that's right. Sorry, Ben, but your cheap words won't be enough to keep me at bay. That's a shame. If they were, I imagine we would probably get along better. And again, I never complimented you. Cutting me off before I can finish, Kaiba leans in and begins talking in a hushed voice. At least tell me you made her breakfast in bed, right? I know it sounds a little cliche, but a nice gesture like that would go a long way. I was expecting him to be a little giddy after I went to the club yesterday, but at this point I'm totally lost. Taking my silence as a no, Kaiba continues. Nothing like that, huh? Oh well, maybe I did have my hopes set a little too high. After all, you've never really struck me as the romantic type. No offense. Though if I were you, I'd try and do just a little something like that every once in a while. I'm afraid that if you stay this way much longer, the relationship might fall apart completely. It's at this point I'm convinced that Kaiba has somehow managed to forget who I am and is having a conversation meant for someone else. Wait just 1 second. Can I ask a question? Alright, see you in a bit, Bradley. Do you know who I am? Who is it that you're currently talking to? Huh? Yeah, you're Ben. We were in the same class last year. So that wasn't it. Okay, then I have one more thing I want to know. Sure? What's going on? Up until this point, what the actual hell have you been talking about? That's easy. I was talking about how you spent the night at Sayori's and then walked to school together. You can understand why we didn't walk with him now, right? Right? I shouldn't have to explain myself here. Alright, well, have a good night, Determined God. It was nice hanging out with you. Dude is literally facepalming right now. You know, despite myself, I've never considered Kaiba to be a lost cause. I think that way about most people I encounter in retail. There's the good people, but then you just have the idiots. I was hoping that if he spent enough time with me, he would slowly absorb more and more of my negative aura. And after that negatively turned him into a realistic and functioning member of society, I'd be able to give myself a little pat on the back. But it's clear to me now that those expectations were just too unrealistic, and that it seems there really is nothing I can do for this guy. As such, I'm currently staring at him silently as my brain fails to come up with any words that could improve this situation. However, there are plenty that come to mind that would inevitably make it worse. Oh, I'm sure, mate.
since that's all I have to work with, I decide to roll with it. Ben? Everything alright? Asking if everything is alright after laying all that on me? You really are cruel, Kaiba. Oh, I can't wait to see it, my dude. I'm shocked, honestly. I had no idea you'd be the first one to figure things out. Figure what out? Though I guess it is ultimately my fault. I started getting careless towards the end. Oh my god, this is beautiful. Maybe start calling him Kiba whenever he's like that? I don't know. I mean, I had everything checked off the list. I made sure no one followed us on the way home, and that nobody tried to visit my house while I was gone. I think everything would come to light because of my selfish decision not to use contraceptives. Contraceptives? Wait, you mean, like... I had no idea a little bout of morning sickness would end up being what unraveled all my hard work.
I like men now.
Well, welcome back, my dude. How you doing, mate? I'm glad somebody got the reference. Very nice, my dude. I watched that movie all the time growing up. It's true that I could have just left her and met you at our usual spot. My pride as a man just wouldn't allow it. Even though this may make things harder, I'm still able to stand up straight and be proud of my actions. I let out long breath out after finishing my spectacular, entirely fictional story. While taking a moment to compliment my own narrative skills, I noticed that Kiba seems to be broken. Yep, Kaiba.exe has stopped working. Please contact your administrator. Oh. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. He's emitting incoherent groans and seems to have begun foaming at the mouth. I had no idea. So it's Sayori. You. Oh, it won't be. Pig step, it won't be. I'm currently thinking tomorrow I'll do part 3, technically 2 of this playthrough. Because Thursdays are usually pretty chill up at work, and Friday has a tendency to either be extremely easy or be a massive bum rush because the truck is 5 hours late. So yeah, Friday's always a toss-up. Of course not. If only a chop to the head was enough to fix whatever it is he's got going up in there. Yeah? I had a nightmare that she was with him. Feels like the DLC. The bit where MC gets really close to either Natsuki or Yuri. I feel like Sayori in that bit. Oh, yeah, that's not necessarily a good feeling. I wish I had more to comment on for that. But I don't really know your situation, man, so... Yeah, that's good to hear. I would really hope not, man. Because I would miss you. Would miss having you here with me on nights like this. But, yeah. I'm sorry I don't have much to say in regards to
situation you find yourself in. But I guess if I were to say anything, I would say just keep an eye on them and see how things go. But I don't know, that might turn out, but I don't know, that might not be the best advice, so take anything I say with a grain of salt. Not exactly the best when it comes to this stuff. So, yeah. You didn't? No! How many times do I have to tell you that me and Sayori aren't like that? Breathing a sigh of relief, Kaiba begins rubbing his head as he tries to compose himself. Man, Ben, you really had me going with that one. I mean, I totally bought everything you said. Actually, the whole thing kind of sounded a bit too realistic. That whole story was nothing more than a skit written and performed by yours truly. It has no historical accuracy whatsoever. I don't know, that doesn't sound like the best idea to me. I just don't get the best feeling picturing that situation. Yeah, I guess you're right. I can't really picture Sarah doing anything like that anyways. I'm glad you're convinced of my innocence. I sit and watch as Kaiba continues trying to calm down before finally being able to eat his lunch. The moment of silence that comes as we both finish our meals doesn't last long. Okay, now that that's done, I want you to lay it all out for me. Talk in the room, the members, their taste in literature, their favorite colors, their home addresses. If there are any girls, I want to know. If there are any girls, I want to know their tastes in men, their email addresses, their 3 sizes. Ow! He's interrupted by a quick thump to the forehead. You're getting way ahead of yourself. Sorry, just wanted to see how far I can take it. I really do want to know about the club. Oh, and the girls. That should make things easy then. Huh? Yeah, it gets the point across. I'd say it gets your point across, your concern. And I'm guessing you haven't heard back? Because if you haven't, then I wouldn't try to press the issue, because I could see that going... I could see that going south. Oh, she did. Okay. Okay, because I was picturing the scenario where she hadn't. Because that's what I was getting out of it. That you were still... Oh, that's good. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's kind of a vague answer. If that was it. Yeah, I definitely know that, man. Trying to talk to somebody, or like someone just starts a conversation with me, then it's like, shit, man, I gotta go to work. But yeah. Well, if you got a reply, then I would say that's a good sign. Just next time you try, I would say that's okay. Just let me know when you have a minute. If there's something you wanted to talk to her about, that would be a good way to do it. Because if this were me, I wouldn't want to feel like I'm pressuring her to talk about something right now. But if it's something urgent, then yeah, just try to emphasize that it's important to you. Again, take anything I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a relationship counselor. Fair point, it just really hurts to know she doesn't seem to care. Like, that hurts a lot. Yeah. That definitely would. Does it feel like you two have been becoming more distant lately? Because, yeah, that's not a good feeling. And if that is the case, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Friends for like 3 months, then she found out I liked her and she kinda shut me out. Yeah, that's not a good sign. If I had to say, best case, she's just not ready for something like that. And I could imagine worse, but I don't think I want to talk about that right now. This isn't really the time, isn't really the place for that. So, yeah. Yep, I understand the situation you're in. I understand the situation you're in, man, and I genuinely hope it doesn't turn out for the worse for you. Because that would be a real shame if anything got between you and this friend of yours. But yeah. I'm gonna get back to the mod now, because I'm sure it's not just you and me that want to get back to it. At his request, I begin telling Kaiba about my first day in the literature club.
This includes the details I was able to learn about each of the members. Of course, I'm not exactly familiar with any of them besides Sayori, so my knowledge isn't very extensive. But I get the feeling that Kaiba isn't too concerned about the little details like that. That's it? That's everyone? Yeah, just me and those four. No one else. Is that right? It seems my synopsis of the club was finally enough to finally drive Kaiba over that ledge he's been standing at for so long. Though I have a pretty good idea why. Let me get this straight, just to make sure I'm not misunderstanding anything. You're telling me that your club consists of your cute childhood friend, the school idol, a mature timid girl, and a lolly tsundere. Does that sound right? I don't really approve of some of your wording, but yes, that's pretty much the gist of it. Also, how's it going, Kill Camp? Good to see ya. Ah, that's better. Well, ain't that swell? I watch as Kaiba lays his head down on the table while seeming to have an existential crisis. And I'm glad to hear things are going good for you, man. Always good to hear. Now that he mentions it, I guess my situation is pretty similar to one you might see in a harem anime. Though I do wish he'd get his head out of the clouds. If anything, being the only guy in a group of girls will be a huge pain in the neck. But trying to convince him of that now would probably be an exercise in futility. I feel something like pity wash over me as I continue watching this poor lad suffer from his delusions. Hey, lunch period's about to end. Get up before you're late to class. Go without me. I'm gonna lay here for a little while longer. Is there a thumbs up in here? I didn't do anything, I swear. Yeah, there it is. Good deal, man. Right. Abiding by his orders, I leave Kaiba to battle his demons alone. After school. I like to help people when I can, what can I say? It just feels good. Just feels right. Anyway, since we're at a new transition, I have a couple more messages from Onyx to look at before we move on. What is love? A script? Don't tell that to this one here. Oh, that's pretty funny. I love that. Oh yeah, I've seen this. I've seen this before. Hey, this reminds me of something. Uh-oh. Monica Angie, guys.
What did we... Some... Alright, fess up now. Who made Monica angry? I don't know the context of this, but it's funny. Buffsuki is just like, I'm a head out. Excuse me. I like that. That Buffsuki one needs a caption. Oh god, I need water. Throat starting to get a little sore. Ah, that's better. After my final class ends, I return to the club room that I became familiar with yesterday. I'm probably gonna stop once we get to the end of this day. I don't want to push myself too hard. Also, when did we drop frames? I just noticed on the OBS layout it says we dropped frames at some point. It's not good. Upon entering, I half expect Sarai to come tackle me while spewing nonsense about how I actually came. Nice meta reference. What I'm actually faced with is pretty much the total opposite. Sayori isn't even here. Not just her, but it seems like the only person who did show up is Yuri. Did we not get the memo or something, or are we just early? Monica mentioned that attendance wasn't necessary, but this is more than I expected. Yuri, noticing that I've entered the room, approaches me.
Hello again, Ben. I'm glad to see that you came back to the club.
Well, I am an official member now, after all. Speaking of which, where are the others? Was my presence so bothersome that they all decided to ditch?
Of course not. They would never do that.
That reaction was unexpected. Typical Yuri. Was she not able to tell that I wasn't serious? No, nothing is simple for conversing with Yuri. Nothing is simple. Right. I didn't actually think that was the reason. I was just joking.
Joking? I see. That is a relief.
You see, Yuri... has the same kind of problem I do sometimes, where I can usually tell if somebody is joking around, but sometimes it's hard to tell. But Yuri has that problem on a much bigger scale. Are you serious? Do girls like this actually exist nowadays? I mean, I'll be the first to admit that my sense of humor is totally warped. But what I said just now was incredibly tame compared to the other stuff that comes out of my mouth. Yep. Seriously, you do not want to see me when the ref makes a bad call during a football game or a hockey game. Like, seriously, you do not want to see that. I get livid. Anyway, if that wasn't the reason, do you mind telling me where they are?
Oh, right. Monica and Siri informed me that they were going to the faculty office to discuss the club.
Okay, from the top.
Monica and Sayori informed me that they're going to the faculty office to discuss the club's new member.
Also, I smudged my glasses. Shit. Seriously, just to give you an example of how bad my eyes are, I'm sitting not 2 feet from my laptop right now without my glasses. And literally everything is a complete blur fest. I can't tell what Yuri is saying. In fact, Yuri is the only word I can read, and I can't tell what any of you guys in chat are saying. And the only reason I know that the top of the bar says live chat is because I set it to that earlier. That is how blind I am without my glasses. Sometimes people think I'm joking, but I'm actually not. I'm actually just that fucking blind without glasses. Oh, I see. So their absence is technically my fault, though I don't dare say that out loud. What about Natsuki? Did she go too? That one I can see genuinely trying to avoid me.
No, in fact, Natsuki is currently present. She's right over there. Peering past Yuri towards where she is pointing, I find the door to the closet is slightly ajar.
I would love to meet somebody who has a PhD in that. She in there performing a seance or something?
I didn't quite catch that.
Don't worry, it was nothing worth noting. I don't like to pry, but is there a reason she reads in the closet?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I'm not entirely sure myself. She normally reads in the floor next to the windows, but today she went into the closet to retrieve her books and never came out.
You know things. You know more than you're leading on. But you're doing so to protect Natsuki, which I can respect. I see. So it was manga after all. She also seems to keep them in the club room. Alright, thanks for letting me know.
There's no need to thank me, Ben. It is my responsibility as the senior member to answer any questions you may have.
That a fact?
Yes, that it is.
I'll admit, there is something endearing about this over-serious, somewhat airheaded girl named Yuri. She seems nice enough. I don't think I'd mind learning more about her. Indubitably. Yes. Actually, Yuri, since I have your attention, what do you normally do while you're in here?
Well, if there are no activities that come up during the meeting, I normally just read.
Well, I guess you're better at this than I am, because, yeah, I don't see it.
We actually keep a variety of titles in the back of the room.
Sure enough, I glance over and see books lining the shelves against the wall.
Of course, you could always bring your own if those don't suit your interests.
Good to know, but I doubt that'll be much of an issue. I'm content with reading just about anything. The subject's not something I normally get caught up on. Yep, that's me with these mods. As long as it isn't something 18 plus and crazy, then I'll take a look at it. Shit. And once we get through this mod, once we get through a playthrough of this, that's what we'll be moving on to. All of the new demos and mods and stuff that have come out since I went absent over the summer. I'm really looking forward to getting back to that, but before that, I need to finish what I've started first. Blue Skies is kind of the exception, because Blue Skies is a long-term project. But I didn't intend for SNAFU to turn into one of those. History and fanfiction. For me, it depends what kind of fanfiction it is. What about you? You mentioned liking psychological thrillers and horror novels, right? Any recommendations you could give me?
Oh, well, I do suppose I've read a few recently that were enjoyable, but are you sure you want one from me? Natsuki says the books I read are odd.
I'm sure that's just a difference in taste. I'll likely enjoy anything you recommend.
Truly. In that case...
She turns around and heads back to the desk that she was stationed at before beginning to dig through her bag. The timidness seems pretty strong with this one, but at least we have a common interest. Assuming you can call my reading habit a genuine interest. I'd say habits are interests. You do them for a reason, right? After a few seconds, she returns to me, nervously carrying a novel.
Here, if you'll accept, I could loan you this one.
Taking the book she's presenting, I look over the cover. The Killing Game. Based off her description from yesterday, this definitely looks like something that would fall within her scope.
I finished that one pretty recently, and hadn't gotten around to taking it out of my bag, so I wouldn't mind you holding on to it.
This book looks like it'll be interesting. Thanks for letting me borrow it, Yuri. Maybe once I'm finished, we can discuss our thoughts.
Are you sure you'd want to do that?
Sure! I think it could be fun. That voice cracked up. Ow.
I see. Well, I think I'd enjoy doing that as well.
This is why Yuri always stays entrenched as a close second for me. This is utterly adorable. I love this stuff. Bradley, why do your hands hurt? What did you do? Novel in hand, I make my way to a desk and set my stuff down. Discussing a book together, huh? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. I've never played that game, but one of the zombies YouTubers that I used to watch, he started covering that game a lot back when I was younger. If you're wondering, the guy's name is Fishizor. I'm not sure how you pronounce his name, but that was his name. His YouTube name nowadays is Fishy Fat. I still see his videos occasionally pop up in my recommended because I think I'm subbed to him. You can only play Mania. I'm terrible at every other mode. I don't know that much about the game itself, other than it looks like a kind of rhythm game. So yeah. Mania is similar to FNF. Oh, okay. Yeah, the one I've mainly seen is where like you're clicking circles like on a screen in a rhythm and kind of following where they go. Does that sound about right? Because that's what I've seen. That's standard. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, see, I don't know these things. I've never played the game, but I've seen it here and there, and it looks somewhat interesting. But I've just never played it. I'm being reminded of an old GIF I'm just gonna search. No, that's not quite the one I'm thinking of. yeah, this is it. This is the one. Dude who gets really into this. I originally saw this on iFunny years ago. Yeah, here we go. Here's full speed. Here we go. Here we go. I saw this on iFunny years ago, and this has always stuck with me whenever I think about this game. Seriously, dude. That's what I think of when I think of this game. So it goes up to like 8, you said? Damn. It's brutal. But yeah, I remember seeing that GIF on iFunny so many years ago, and I just burst out laughing at the audio. Just got this, really Japanese sounding song, and then the dude just starts going ape shit because he's so into it. It's so hilarious but I love how it goes. I love how they're so genuine about their love for it. You can just tell they're really into it. I love it. It has up to 9 keys. God damn. Yeah. And I think hard mode on FNF is hard. I could never do high level stuff on that game. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to the mod for a little bit. Love to talk more about it a little later. I feel a little selfish for having asked, but I can't deny the thought of it does bring up some nostalgic, if not bittersweet memories. Judging by her blush, she seems perfectly fine with the idea. Guess that means it's not all bad. Cheese seems perfectly fine with the idea. It's another one for the list. I've seen a bot play 9 keys on high speed, and I'm internally thinking, go use a piano. Right? Like, at that point, it's like you might as well just be playing a piano. That just sounds insane. This runs through my head as I look down at the book Yuri handed me. It's time to better yourself. Oh! It's this point. It's at this point. I'll remember that. Does it show up on the screenshot? Yeah, it does. Alright. What did I even do for screenshot 1? Oh, wow, I literally screen capped the same thing. Wait a minute. If these are literally the same screen, then my screen must be a little bit bigger than last time. Okay, because yeah, there's slightly different file sizes. That seems a little more important. I'll grab that. Also, I don't know why I put this in shitpost mods. This doesn't seem like so much of a shitpost. Your stats consist of intelligence, sociability, and athleticism. Different choices will increase different stats, so make sure to pay attention. This first one will serve as an example. Stats have been added to the Appeal tab. I feel like reading The Killing Game. Opening to page 1, I begin to read. Got a pretty solid grasp on the book's plot after about 20 minutes. Oh, don't worry. I read the message. It's a horror/mystery novel where several people wind up trapped in a school for various reasons. After a sudden power outage, a dead body appears among the group. Of course, by this part I was a little disappointed. This is the same plot of mystery novels you can find on the shelves of grade schools. However, my initial opinion was off the mark. Usually in books like this, you can pretty well guess the killer, like the whole "it was the butler" thing. But as the characters became more fleshed out and afraid, you could really feel the despair they're fighting through. It also has a nice touch where the killer leaves signs and markings that play into the psychological horror element. Alright. Totally engrossed, the sudden sound of the clubroom door swinging open causes me to flinch slightly. Ben! Zuri is practically on top of my desk before I even managed to look up. I can't believe you're actually here! Not that I expected you to skip, but still! Oh, and you're even reading too? This is so bizarre! If seeing a person reading a book inside of a literature club is bizarre to you, I'm afraid you might not know the meaning of the word. That's not what I meant, you meanie. It's just kind of strange to see you sitting in the same club as me. Plus, you totally blend in. If I didn't know you, I would have been convinced you were some kind of literature club veteran. Thanks? I doubt it's the reading that made me blend in, but rather years of experience in trying to hide my presence and avoid attention. Alright, well, you have yourself a good one, Kill Camp. It's nice hanging out with you. So, what's she reading? She curiously scans over the book still being held open on my desk. It's titled The Killing Game. Yuri loaned it to me. Huh? Yuri did? Yeah. We were talking about books earlier and she gave me this one as a recommendation. It's a refreshing take on the murder mystery genre. So far, anyway. Ooh, that sounds kinda scary. What are you getting ideas about down there, Missy? What are you down there getting ideas about? I might have to ask about that later. Assuming your taste in literature hasn't changed in the last few years, I imagined it'd be a bit too intense for you. I think any book that Yuri reads would probably be like that. Not a bad observation, considering you once told me you'd rather watch grass grow than read books. Damn! Welcome to watching grass grow, the game. In this game, you sit and watch grass grow in real time. You don't get to mess with any physics objects though, because you didn't have the patience to just let me talk. Hope you have fun here. I'm sorry, my brain had to. Why do you remember that? Jeez, I was a little kid when I said that. I've grown up since then. True. It's undeniable that you've gotten taller. Was that an insult? An excellent question. She pouts at me as I set a bookmark on the page before sliding the novel into my bag. Just like for me, watching a time lapse of like a snowstorm or something and watching it all pile up is satisfying to me. So I love that. Monica approaches the two of us as I do this.
You seem to have settled in pretty well, Ben.
I suppose so. Reading like this isn't so bad every now and then.
I'm glad to hear it. That attitude has already put you ahead of a certain fellow club member.
She shoots Sayori a cheeky smile.
I wonder who she's talking about, don't you, Ben?
You. It's you, Sayori.
You're supposed to be subtle!
So you don't deny the fact that she was indeed talking about you.
Meanie.
After Sayori has fully succumbed to defeat, I turn my attention back to Monica. Was there anything you needed?
Not anything specifically. I was just checking to see if you had any more questions regarding the club.
Thanks, but I can't say that I do at the moment. Yuri answered some stuff earlier, so I'm good for now.
I'm happy to hear that the two of you are getting along. And if you do think of anything else, just let me know.
Sure thing. Yes, ma'am. She turns around to go back to the teacher's desk, but I stop her before she makes any progress. Oh, and thanks, Monica. You too, Sayori. Yuri told me that the two of you had gone to the faculty office to tell the advisor about me joining the club. I appreciate that. They're both caught off guard by my sudden gratitude. Monica doesn't look like she's been caught off guard here.
It's no problem. You don't have to thank us for something like that. It is our job as president and vice president to take care of our club members, after all. Yeah, you can count on us.
That a fact? Looks like Yuri isn't the only one who has this sense of duty regarding her fellow club members.
Though our advisor was quite surprised when we told her a boy was joining an otherwise all-girls club. It seems as though she was having some funny ideas.
Another one to join the ranks of Natsuki, I suppose.
So please do try and be on your best behavior.
Right? I'll do my best? The two girls walk away from my desk, proud of their work as literature club executives. Does everyone think that I'm some sort of predator? Maybe Yuri wasn't acting timid earlier because she was embarrassed, but she was scared I was gonna violate her chastity. 2 days in and I'm already regarded as a sexual deviant. It's gotta be some kind of record. After spending several minutes thinking of ways to try and improve my moral image, I notice that it's about time for the club to end.
Okay, everyone. Looks like we're just about out of time. I think that will do it for today.
With this, everyone in the room begins to get ready to leave. I even managed to catch a rare glimpse of the magical creature known as Natsuki as she exited the closet.
Hey Ben, ready to walk home?
Sure thing. I say this, but end up stopping almost immediately after we begin heading towards the door. Hold on for a second. There's something I need to do before we leave.
Huh?
Hey, Yuri.
Did you need something, Ben?
I just wanted to make sure that you're alright with me holding on to this book.
I see. What I said earlier is true. I'm okay with you keeping that one. Being able to read outside of the club will allow you to enjoy it without having to worry about the time constraints of the meetings.
Thanks. It's got me hooked already, so I doubt it'll take me too long to get through. I look forward to having that discussion.
Right. As am I.
Sounds good. See you tomorrow.
Yes, goodbye.
You ready to leave, Sayori?
Huh? Oh! Yeah, let's go. While we're walking home together, I noticed that Sari is unusually quiet. It's not long before she brings up the topic that I've been expecting. So, you and Yuri seem to get along pretty well, huh? I suppose so. Wouldn't go so far as to say that we don't get along. That's good. I'm glad you're fitting in. There haven't been very many times in my life where I've engaged in conversations with the opposite sex. Part of this is due to growing up with a girl who was fairly overbearing. Because of her influence, I'd say I'm unrefined in this regard. My relationship with Sayuri is a prime example of this. While some people might think that the way I treat her is playful or flirty teasing, it's really more accurate to say that I'm just channeling behavior that was instilled into me over the span of many years. It's not to say I don't care about her, because I definitely do, but due to my own ignorance, it can often be a struggle to handle Sayuri's more girly side. Why I think about this during my walk home? Well, it's because she's currently acting jealous, a trait that I rarely see her display due to my aforementioned lack of mingling. I first discovered this trait of hers one day when we were playing at the park as kids. Another girl that frequented said park asked me to push her on the swing, so I did. Sayuri, seeing this as an encroachment on her territory, told me I shouldn't talk to that girl anymore, and then proceeded to not talk to me herself for 3 days. Yeah. Sounds about right to me. When asked on the 4th day why she did this, her reply was, "It's hard to explain." Being a dumb brat, I didn't have the slightest clue as to why she had been mad at me, and didn't really think about it too much afterwards. However, that was just the first time Suri expressed her displeasure regarding my interaction with women. There have been more since. There was the girl in grade school who asked for my help with homework, the girl who got assigned to my group during a field trip, the girl who complimented my hair at the grocery store. Every single time, Suri would put on a fake smile and go, "You two seem to get along," or "She seemed nice, don't you think?" Lacking the wisdom I possess now, I would just nod in agreement. This would prompt Sarah to once again ignore me for 3 days. Finally wised up to this my second year of middle school when I let a girl in my class borrow an umbrella on a rainy day. Sarah pulled her usual 3-day routine, but that's not all. Ever since then, every time it rains, she'll ask to borrow an umbrella. Damn, now that's persistence right there. My god. Okay, sorry about that. If I was a diabetic, the sweetness of it would probably leave me comatose or sleeping with a dirt blanket. So given the information I currently have and my past experience, I'm beyond convinced that her jealousy is flaring up. Just axe that one right there. Looking in Sayuri's direction, I wait for her to bring up my conversation with Yuri again. Sure enough, after a few seconds of silence, "She let you borrow one of her books, huh? That was really nice." "I'd say so." "She mentioned the two of you having a discussion, too. What's that about?" "Oh, yeah, guess you wouldn't know." Yuri asked me to explain the birds and the bees to her once I finished reading the book. "Oh, that's nice." Not the best time for a joke. Huh? What? I was pretty surprised too. If she's willing to go so far to find out, saying no wasn't really an option, that'd feel cruel. You're joking, right? There's no way.
Of course I'm joking. When will these people learn? You really think a girl like that would ask a guy she's only known for 2 days about how sex works? Ow! She performs her regular recovery routine of rubbing her head on the spot where my karate chop connected. Man, you really need to work on that jealousy streak of yours. On that jealous streak of yours.
Jealous streak? I'm not jealous.
Tell it to the judge. What, supposed to be a tsundere now? Who would be convinced by that? You're worrying over nothing. I don't intend to bestow knowledge about doing the deed to Yuri anytime soon. Still not convinced? What can I do to prove I'm not lying?
Ice cream.
Huh? Aspirin?
Buy me ice cream and I'll forgive you.
I can't help but smile at Siri's incredibly adorable attempt at being demanding. So you admit that you were being jealous?
No. The ice cream's because you were mean.
I see, so that's how it is. Very well. If ice cream is the price of forgiveness, then it seems I have no choice but to pay it.
Good.
With that settled, we change our direction and begin heading towards the nearest convenience store.
Hey!
Having successfully bought Zeri's temporarily good favor and coming home to eat dinner, I once again find myself sitting fatigued at the kitchen table. It's not as bad as yesterday, though, likely due to the smaller amount of socializing. If reading and having the occasional conversation is all that's expected of me, joining the club may not have been as big of a deal as I thought. Speaking of which... reach for my bag and pull out the novel I'm keeping on loan from Yuri. She did seem pretty excited about being able to discuss it together. Guessing she doesn't get too many opportunities to do something like that. Yuri doesn't really seem like the incredibly social type. Wonder if she joined the club just to have someone to talk about literature with. Or just to have some peace and quiet to read. This thought crosses my mind while I'm setting the book on the table. There's still some time left in the evening. Guess I could use it to read. Then again, there's also a few pages of history homework I haven't done yet. Let's see. I would say it depends when they're due. If it's all stuff that needs to be done tomorrow, then I would say... God damn it, I don't have enough information. I don't have enough information to work with here, because this is something you purely do, like, out of luxury. When you have the time. But, like, my mind thinks if that shit's due tomorrow, then yeah, like, you should probably do that. So, yeah, if it were me, I would go with the former, but if we were trying to go Yuri route, then yeah, the latter would absolutely be the right option. Thank you, Judge Michael. I'm gonna go with the top. I decided that I should probably stop putting off my homework. After gathering my things, I head to my bedroom. I sit at my desk, notebook and pencil in hand, and begin answering the questions. Problems are simple enough, there just happen to be a lot of them. I find myself reading several passages about Japanese history and learning things I previously didn't know. Alright. Uh-oh. Who done it? My concentration is broken as my phone begins vibrating on the desk next to me. That's a rare occurrence. Probably the group chat. Wonder if it's just Kaiba sending me a picture of a new waifu he's discovered. I'm incredibly tempted to ignore it after saying this out loud, but find myself giving in to curiosity nonetheless. The notification reads, "New messages from Lit Club Group Chat." Lit Club Group Chat? Oh yeah. Monica did mention that Siri would add me to the messaging group at some point. Does that mean someone's gonna miss tomorrow, or maybe the meeting got cancelled? I'd soon learn this was not the case.
Is something wrong, Natsuki? It's quite unusual for you to groan in the group message. I still can't believe that Siri invited a boy to join our club. What gives? She couldn't at least give us a heads up? How are we supposed to handle it? Actually, she did tell us about the potential of Ben joining. I recall her mentioning it on several occasions since the club first started.
Yup. Definitely.
Well, I didn't hear her, so that doesn't count. That is quite unreasonable of you. I mean, really, a boy being in the club totally ruins the atmosphere. How are we supposed to talk about girl stuff if he's going to be standing around listening? I don't believe Ben is the type to eavesdrop on someone else's conversation, but that aside, what do you mean by girl stuff? You know, clothes and sweets. Oh, and cute guys. I see. We never discussed any of those topics prior to him joining. Well, maybe not, but we could have!
Natsuki, I think you're fishing for excuses at this point. I really think you're fishing for excuses at this point.
Natsuki, is it perhaps that you do not like Ben? It's not that I don't like him, but that doesn't mean I do like him. You got that? It's just awkward having a boy in an all-girls club. I don't believe there was any intention of our club remaining girls only. Perhaps simply talking to Ben would make you feel less uneasy. I recall that you spent today's entire club meeting hiding in the closet. I wasn't hiding!
Sure, Natsuki, sure.
I was just really absorbed in the book I was reading, that's all. What about you? Have you talked to him since yesterday? Indeed. We had a conversation this afternoon not long after the meeting started. He asked me for a book recommendation, so I loaned him a novel that I finished not too long ago. He even invited me to discuss it with him once he's done. Wait, he invited you? Yes, he said that he believed it would be fun to do so. And I would have to agree, discussing a common interest with someone else is quite pleasant. Hang on a second, Yuri. Do you like Ben?
Natsuki, you're in the same boat as what's-his-face. I've already forgotten his name. How have I forgotten his name, chat? What is wrong with me, and why is my scroll wheel not working? Kaiba. Fuck, how did I not remember that?
Of course. I don't have a reason to dislike him, and he is a fellow club member now. It is our responsibility to get along with each other to the best of our abilities. Wouldn't you agree?
That's not what I meant.
I mean, do you like him? Did I not just answer that question? Perhaps my message didn't send?
Yuri, you're being a little thick.
Whoa! I'm gonna have to spell it out! I mean, do you like him? As in, do you have feelings for him? Feelings? Yeah, you know, like a crush or love or something. What? Love? We're in the same club? Is that kind of thing allowed? Loud? We're in a literature club, not a convent. But as interesting as this conversation has been so far, I believe now would be a good time to inform the two of you that Ben has been a member of this group chat since yesterday.
Spot on, Monica. Spot on. Why didn't someone tell us that sooner?
It would have been irresponsible of me, as president, to interrupt communication between club members. Teehee.
Monica! Pulling my attention away from the bizarre conversation I just witnessed, a thought occurs to me. Even though I'm not responsible for anything that just happened, I'll probably still be blamed anyways. Maybe I should pretend not to have seen it? Might save me from a few headaches. Suddenly feeling exasperated, I decided to put everything away and call it a night. And on that note, I'm gonna call it a night myself. Because I don't want to overdo it. Push my throat too far. Because it was already starting to hurt once we got to the club room a little bit. It's kind of tingling right now. So yeah, I don't want to overdo it. And yeah, if it were me, I would have too, Michael. I would have too. It's the perfect time for it. There's no reason not to. But yeah, I'm going to call it a night here. So yeah, I should be doing some more of this tomorrow night, because Thursdays are usually pretty chill up at work, so yeah. If not tomorrow night, then Friday, but I'm pretty confident that I'll be able to do some more of this tomorrow night. So yeah, I'll let you guys know if anything changes, but until then, thank you guys for watching, and until next time, take care.